Yo, what's good everybody? It's your boy Eddie here and welcome back to the channel, and I hope you all are having a wonderful day. For today's video, we actually have none other than the Air Jordan 4 Craft, also known as the Air Jordan 4 Photon Dust. And I have to say, guys, that I really love the colorway behind this shoe as well as the small details on it as well. But before we even continue, guys, make sure that you hit that subscribe button down below as well as that notification bell. And just getting right into the box details of the shoe, I have a big disclaimer alert, guys, that I was only able to get this sneaker in a size 7 grade school. This is due to the fact that for some reason in New York City, I don't think many boutiques got their men's pairs, and they're gonna sell it later on this week, which is unfortunate. So we do have the standard Jordan 4 box as opposed to that special craft box, which looks really, really nice. It has that nice gray cement print as well as some Photon Dust colorways on the flight logo details, and it just looks really nice. However, we're just gonna have to deal with this standard Jordan 4 box right here. So when we look at the lid right here, you can see our standard red Jumpman with the white flight logo right below it. And when we go into this side of the box, you can see that we have some cement print on the bottom of the lid, as well as that black and red Air Jordan detail. Then once we go into this side, you can see our sticker tag, and that actually reads off as Air Jordan 4 Retro SE GS for grade school, and the colorway shown is Photon Dust and Pale Vanilla, and this is in a grade school size 7. So once we open this lid right here, guys, there's not much other details other than the fact that we do have this cement print tissue paper, and we also do have that white wax tissue paper right there. And now when getting behind the inspiration into the shoe, guys, this is actually the second silhouette behind the Jordan Craft line, and the first one was actually an Air Jordan 1 that came out about 2 years ago now. I think it released in like December 18th of 2021, and that sneaker was half hit and half miss because some people liked the fact that it had a lot of details on it, but then other people thought that the color blocking was way too much and that they kind of combated each other on the silhouette. But I have to say, for me, that this Jordan 4 silhouette and colorway is way better than the ones. However, the ones did have some nice details to it because it did have some nubuck materials, some leather on it as well in different colors, and it had a 3M print that looked really nice on it when you put the flashlight on it. But again, I think that this sneaker is going to win overall just due to the fact that it has a simpler colorway, and for me, that's what I usually like with my sneakers, unless the color blocking on the wacky colorway actually complemented each other. But what also made the Jordan 1 silhouette a hit was the fact that it did have some mocha and Travis Scott hits to it, but again, we had some colorways like peach and green, which kind of like combated with that nice mocha look to it. But to me, the reasons why I think that people bought the shoe was the fact that, again, it did have some mocha Travis Scott vibes to it, and some people actually like that handcrafted look to it that Jordan 1 had. And speaking of handcrafted, that's exactly what the Craft Jordan line was meant to be like. So when you actually look at this sneaker, you see a lot of different details like suede, different stitchings in different areas, as well as some synthetic leather and this kind of crack leather that makes the shoe pop and gives it that Taupe Haze type of vibe to it. And initially, in my opinion, when I first saw this shoe, this completely reminded me of the Taupe Haze 4s that came out in 2021, which had that brown colorway on it as well as that crack leather. And if you was actually to shave off that crack leather, it had another detail under it, which was really, really cool. And I'm going to assume that since this sneaker does have that crack leather, you will be able to remove it and probably get a different type of material under it. But I'm definitely not going to be able to do it in this specific review video. So guys, that's pretty much going to conclude the box details as well as the inspiration. So now when focusing on those details, when we look at the toe box right here, we actually have it in this synthetic leather, and the reason why you can tell that is the fact that this leather doesn't feel too good. I don't want to say that it's plasticky, but it does kind of have that plastic feel to it. But when we look at the mudguard on this Jordan 4, this is one of my favorite details because it does have that super hairy suede, and it just looks really nice in this kind of like Photon Dust gray material. And another detail that I like on the mudguard is the fact that we do have this double stitching right here, and that's just again to give it a more handcrafted feel to it, but it does also reinforce the shoe, which is really nice. Then when we move towards the top of the shoe, you can see that we have this kind of webbed area, which is normally webbed on the regular Air Jordan 4s. However, we do have this kind of hairy suede on the webbed area, and it looks really nice. I love the print, and it actually feels really good to the touch. Next, we have these kind of like sage green laces, which is really nice. And once we go onto the eyelets of the Air Jordan 4, you know that we have these wing shaped eyelets, and it looks really nice. However, it's in this kind of like translucent and aged colorway, which looks really nice and actually makes the shoe pop. Then when we look at the eyelet area, you can actually see that it's made out of that cracked material, which is very similar to the Taupe Hazes. And if you guys did not see my initial review on that Taupe Haze 2 years ago, be sure to check it out in this link right above me because it's a very similar material. I'm not 100% sure if there's a layer under this crack leather, but if you guys may know something, be sure to comment that in the comment section down below. And then now once we go onto the tongue tab right here, we still have more of that furry suede, which looks really, really nice. And then we do have that flight logo with that age yellow Jumpman, which looks really nice. Now when going onto the lateral side of the shoe, you can see that the same thing pretty much follows suit with the materials. So we do have, again, more of that suede mudguard. We have more of that crack leather, and then we do have some synthetic leather right there, as well as that nice suede that would normally be a webbed area, which is pretty cool. And then when we look at the winged eyelet, it actually has that crack leather on it, which is pretty cool. But what's interesting is the fact that it's not as aggressively cracked as the one on the eyelets, which is pretty interesting. Then when we move right next to it, we do have this random patch of hairy suede right there, but it is also reinforced with that stitching right there, which is pretty cool. Next, when we go into the back heel area now, we don't have that Nike Air logo just due to the fact that it's not an OG colorway, but we do have that Jumpman logo, which looks pretty good, as well as this translucent gray tongue tab. Then when we go into the medial side, the same thing pretty much follows suit, so there's not much to say right there. And now when focusing onto the midsole of the shoe, you can actually see that we have that exposed air bubble right there, which looks really nice. And then we have it in this kind of like white or sail colorway. And then we have this, which is standard to all Air Jordan 4s, this rubber detailing right here, and this kind of gray or charcoal colorway, which looks really nice. And then when we look at the outsole of the shoe, you can see that we have that nice Jordan 4 herringbone traction pattern right there. And we do have it in different colors. So we do have it in that kind of age yellow colorway. We do have more of that charcoal colorway. And then we do have the yellow Jumpman in that age yellow colorway, as well as the white surrounding it. And then finally, guys, we do have one more detail, which is the insole of the shoe. So we do have it in this kind of like furry gray colorway right here. And then we do have that yellow Jumpman right there. And other than that, guys, that's pretty much gonna conclude all the details on the shoe. So now let's get right into this on for look, guys. So that's pretty much gonna conclude the review as well as the on-foot look, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did making it for y'all. Guys, one thing I have to say about this sneaker before I conclude is that I really love the colorway on it. I think it looks really nice, and even with all the special details on it, such as the cracked leather, the synthetic leather, and the hairy suede nubuck, I just think it looks really good. And I think that with this craft line, Jordan Brand took a step in the right direction because the colorway is way more simplified, and it just has a lot of nice details to it, man. So one more thing about the sneaker that I have to note is its actual sizing. So if you guys are unfamiliar with Air Jordan 4s, they all run true to size. I am a true to size 8, and since the beginning of time, since I've been wearing Air Jordan 4s, I've always gotten a size 8. So if you're a true to size 9, get a true to size 9. You don't have to size up or size down, just get your true to size. So other than that, y'all, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Share with your friends and family and all that. And just keep doing what y'all doing to help push your YouTube algorithms and help my channel grow. Guys, I am so grateful for y'all for showing me love as always and just continuing to support the channel as well as push those YouTube algorithms. So for my new viewership, guys, please be sure to subscribe to the channel. And other than that, y'all, I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace.